Gilmore Girls has been an enduring classic since it first premiered 25 years ago, but every fan has their episodes they can't stand. Chances are, most of these episodes are in Season 7. A big reason why the show's final season was such a flop is because Gilmore Girls creator and showrunner Amy Sherman-Palladino departed the series along with her husband and co-showrunner, Daniel Palladino, prior to the final installment. Without their trademark wit and whimsy, Gilmore Girls was a shell of what it once was. According to IMDb, the Gilmore Girls episode that fans consider the worst is Season 7, Episode 7, French Twist. In it, Lorelai and Christopher take off to Paris with Gigi so she can visit her mother. Meanwhile, back in Connecticut, Rory officially resigns as editor-in-chief of the Daily News. She also meets her friend Luce's mystery boyfriend, who turns out to be Rory's old buddy Marty. But things get awkward when Marty pretends not to know her. There is indeed a lot to dislike about this episode, but Rory has one fantastic scene that makes rewatching French Twist worth it. Gilmore Girls fans hated French Twist because it's when Lorelai and Christopher get married. It was another step away from Lorelai getting back together with Luke. Of all the mediocre Gilmore Girls Season 7 episodes, fans hated French Twist enough to give it a paltry the 6th of March, 10 on IMDb. There is one simple reason for this: Christopher pressures Lorelai into marrying him, and she gives in. An absent father who constantly jerks Lorelai and Rory around, Christopher is the most reviled Gilmore Girls character ever. The fact that Lorelai and Christopher are together for over half of Season 7 is why it is so hated. Unlike most of the fandom, I was fine with these two being a couple for the first few episodes of Gilmore Girls Season 7 because it made sense. Lorelai is heartbroken after she and Luke split up, so she runs to the familiar presence she has in Christopher. As much as I loathe Rory's father, I was happy to see Lorelai happy. But marriage was pushing it too far. The final season of the show should have been all about Luke and Lorelai finding their way back to each other, but instead it failed Gilmore Girls' best story in favor of more Christopher. Lorelai and Christopher shouldn't have tied the knot, they should have broken up. Now that would be a French twist worth celebrating. Rory's breakdown in French Twist perfectly captures the fear of going from college to the real world. It's one of Rory's most relatable moments. Rory, Alexis Bledel, with pink streaks in her hair sitting on the ground of her bathroom crying in Gilmore Girls Season 7. While Lorelai is gallivanting around the city of love with Christopher, Rory takes a trip home to Stars Hollow with her Yale girlfriends, Lucy and Olivia. They have a fun night in and put brightly colored streaks in each other's hair, but the frivolity of the night comes to a halt when Rory breaks down in tears. Resigning as editor-in-chief at the school paper reminded Rory that her college experience is ending, and she has no idea what's next, and that terrifies her. As much as Rory got worse as a character in Gilmore Girls' later seasons, this is one of her most relatable moments of the entire series. Rory is a bookish rule follower who always marched down the path laid out for her: work hard in high school to get accepted to Chilton, work hard at Chilton to get accepted into an Ivy League university. But while kids like Rory are rewarded for doing what they're told, that's precisely why it's so frightening when your undergrad years are over. You're not prepared to make your own way in the world. Besides tapping into a very real existential crisis faced by many young adults, the scene was also brilliant because it showed an entirely new aspect of Rory's character. Throughout Gilmore Girls, she's constantly held up on a pedestal as this golden child. She's valedictorian of Chilton, becomes editor-in-chief of the Yale Daily News, and the whole town of Stars Hollow worships the ground she walks on. Maybe if we got to see more of Rory feeling lost in her college years, it wouldn't have had to be literally her entire storyline in A Year in the Life.